Guess who had just enough fabric to make this top? I am so excited. I was able to get out view A of McCall's 7975, and actually I am headed out for lunch, well, dinner with some friends. And so yeah, you shall see how I styled her, what I think of this pattern, and yeah, my thoughts. So stay tuned. So now here is the review part of the video. As you can tell, I had just enough fabric to finish the top. If you saw my previous video, which was about what was going on in my sewing room, kind of spending a day with me there, it seems a few of you like that video. So yeah, I'll pop those type of videos in every now and again. But this is all the fabric I have left. This is obviously not even a full yard, but it might be something that if I make, because I do plan to get more of this fabric, if I did not mention already, or actually I did mention this several times, but I purchased this fabric from Hobby Lobby. And so when I go back, because I do plan to go back, I keep dragging my feet. It's not necessarily that close to me, but I still need buttons on my one dress, and then I am going to get more of this for sure. But I had just enough from what was left, and I did have to, the good thing was about piecing this together is the front piece is all one piece, so it's not like I had to cut two pieces on the fold and that type thing and try to figure things out. Actually, this pattern only has 4 pattern pieces. You have the front, the back, the sleeve, and also the, what was the 4th piece? Let me look at my instructions. Where do I have my instructions in front of me? It's the neckband piece. That was the 4th piece. So very minimal pieces. There is a sew along here on YouTube. Brittany J. Jones did it. What was this video? This 4 or 5 years ago? Yeah, because this pattern was 2019. And remember, I just purchased this at Hobby Lobby last month. No, this month in July, a couple weeks ago, for my pattern haul. If you missed that video, I'll leave it up here in the iCard. You can go see what other patterns I had picked up. But remember, I had selected a couple that was like, okay, this is moving up in the sewing queue, and this was one of them. Again, McCall's 7975. So let me hold it up here so you can see it. And I focused here on view A, which is the cap sleeve version. And yeah, absolutely love it. The sew along, now the thing with the sew along that I focused on was really this twist part. That was the part that I was, you know, I wanted to make sure that I got. And so far as the sleeves and the neckband, you know, and putting the front and back together, once this here front part was constructed, I didn't follow the video after that. But the video is not long anyway. I think it's roughly under 20 minutes or around 20-22 minutes, something like that. So I'll leave a link to Brittany's video down in the description box if you know, wondering how this whole twist front goes. So what I can say is, because again, I did not follow the instructions or anything on this, I just followed along to complete the front, and then I just put the whole thing together. The size that I cut, and I cut the size that I did because this is a little thinner of a knit, but it does have a nice drape to it. It has a nice weight to it, especially down here in this Texas heat. As a matter of fact, as you can tell, I am wearing a tank. This is my tank dress. This is by Love Notions. This is the Laundry Day tee, and I've already done a video and review on this, but I'll link it down below. And for those who don't know, I am a brand ambassador for Love Notion Patterns, so if you do decide to pick this or any other pattern up, whether it's on sale or not, get an additional 10% off using my code Q3SND3, Q3SND, and I'll make sure that that's also linked down below. But anyway, based on that about the fabric, I cut out an extra large. An extra large on the pattern is a bust of 42 through 44, but my bust is a 49 and my waist is a 45. However, again, with the stretch of the fabric and also just knowing the ease, the finished garment measurements for, it says the finished garment measurements for an extra large is 46 and a half. And so you would think the final look on me would be super duper tight, and it's not at all. And so it actually fits very comfortably and to my liking, and so I love the final fit. And yeah, doing it in this fabric was definitely influenced by the illustration on the front of the pattern. That's also on the same print. So like I say, the instructions so super easy in that all I did was follow Brittany's construction for the front. Everything else, I didn't even pay attention to the instructions for anything else. Other views, they do have a flounce version where you can put flounce on the sleeve. I don't see me doing any of these other views. I was only interested in view A. So as far as the fit and a couple things that I did during construction for this top. So what I wanted to show is this front, and I'll zoom in shortly, but for the front, the twist part. Now, paying attention to that, I played that part over and over to make sure I was putting the part through fine, but I did make a little bit of a mistake in that it went through fine. So you see the twist and everything here went through fine, but if I zoom you in, I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit. Yeah, you can see it's not, you see the wrong side of the fabric. And it's because I realized after the fact that the way I was pulling it through, I wasn't making sure all of this was going through from the other, you know, to the other side in a flat way, so it ended up twisting a little bit, so you have just a little bit of the raw side showing here, which is fine. I kind of fixed it. It did keep turning up, I'll be honest, it did kind of keep turning up in that area as I was wearing it, but I mean, it's not, and this is, if it turned up, this is how it would turn up, and that's because I didn't turn that piece all the way in like I should have. So yeah, but that's okay, that is perfectly fine. And yeah, I like it. You do, the thing is, there is a seam here, there are seams here that you bring this lower part up to, and you know that you're in the right spot when you see these seams across here are meeting, which is good. That is a good thing. But outside of that, it was a really good construction process. The only other thing I would say is the neckband. I would say even I felt maybe a little bit in Brittany's picture, her neckband stood away ever so slightly, and mine did as well. And so I would probably suggest shortening your neckband just maybe by 1/2 inch, probably would do it, because I found that this ever so slightly stuck, not anything overly noticeable, but you know, if you're paying attention to that type of thing, you do notice it. And so it was, you know, sitting away just a little bit. So I think that neckband piece could definitely be shortened, so then it's more of a snugger fit. And so, but again, that's all preference, right? Personal preference. Outside of that, very good. Again, it only called for view A, 1 3/8 fabric. I made it work. It worked all out. Everything. I had enough just to eke this out. And would I make it again? Most certainly. I can see I'm still going to do the twist that hugs in the center, because I definitely want to I like how this looked on me, and I'll pop up some pictures and whatnot, but I like how this looked on me. And I felt like this twist part actually sat more close to my waist as opposed to over the fullest part of my belly, which I was a little concerned about that. And even the model on the front is not sitting on her hip. That twist is not on her hip, it's actually up towards her waist. So I guess when I was initially looking at this, I was thinking that this part was going to be down here on me or something, and I didn't want that, because that is the fullest part around my belly and everything area, and I didn't want even more fabric kind of bunching up around that area. So it hit in a good spot. And so yeah, outside of that, absolutely loved it. Had a good time with my friends, and so we are headed to the movies, and so I want to get this video edited and uploaded and ready to go so I can enjoy the very long weekend. And but yeah, I am so happy I got this done. I am so happy. You have to let me know what you think, and also stay tuned. Wednesday's video should be my pattern hackathon, because the pattern hackathon ends well, your submissions are due between the 1st and the 31st of July. And so I have my fabric, I have everything, and so I just need to go and finish it all, and I should be able to do that by before Wednesday, so I can record it and everything and have it for you by Wednesday. So that is it, everybody. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's video. Again, leave a comment, let me know what you think, how it turned out. Highly recommend, easy to sew up. I think it took, actually it took me 2 hours. Yeah, it took me 2 hours to do, and and that was even with some unpicking that I had to do, and I was kind of it's something, I can't remember what I sewed up, and it was around the shoulder seam. I had somehow bunched up the sewing around my shoulder seam, and I had to unpick a lot of threads around here and kind of fix all of that. But even with that, it was 2 hours. So I think it's a pretty decent sew, and maybe it won't take as long if you are used to twist front tops. Maybe it'll take you even less time. But anyway, definitely I'm late on the game. It is so many videos out here on YouTube from McCall's 7975, but I'm happy that I finally have it, and wasn't looking for it. As you all know, if you saw that video, I just sat there and went through all the drawers and said, let me see what I like, and pull these out for $2.99 a pattern. So go check that video out. I'll make sure it pops up at the end of this video, but let me know what you think. And don't forget to head over to the website. If you saw the previous video, Notepads are half off, and then of course there's still a few openings for the retreat. So yeah, visit the website, reach out if you have any questions. But I thank you all for tuning in today. You all have a blessed start to your week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.